Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz on this Felon Friday. I am here with today's edition of Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Word on the Street. And in this edition, I have a lot of off-screen drama, Shontae and Shu, and Zaria and her mother-in-law, Karen. It's enough to make your head spin. So strap your seatbelt on. This is going to be a good one. Let's hop right into this. So I don't know about you, but every Felon Friday, I make sure that I'm home in time for the episode, even though I'm sitting here recording during the episode right now. But I'm home and I will watch the episode as soon as I'm done recording this video. So make sure you let everyone know that it's Felon Friday, people. So let's hop right into this drama. Shontae and Shu, this is freshly off the press on Facebook. Okay. As you guys all know, Shontae and Shu are no longer engaged. As a matter of fact, Shontae announced that she was talking to somebody else and she was very happy. It was her birthday week. She celebrated her birthday with her kids and her grandkids, and she looked very, very happy. Now, today on Facebook, and this was sent over to me, and I would like to thank the birdies that sent this to me. Someone posted in the Love After Lockup Unfiltered group, Anthony Smith, who is true. Won't you and Shontae come in here and say what really happened before I spill all the tea? Then she waited a few minutes, and then she spilled the tea. So, allegedly, according to this person, number one, I was brought onto the show for a prop. Number two, he made her lose the weight, and you heard right. Not only one little, only one a little boy, not a fight. The show did the twin line. Three, he set up the run in. So this is all from that girl Shontae that appeared on the show with him. Okay. Every restraining order he has against him was true. I filed one of them. Now, Shu did discuss restraining orders being filed against him in the interview I did with him and Shontae, which I will put the link in the description box in case you guys missed that interview. He has been cheating since the second day he was out. We went to the casino. She only left because he beat her bloody over her reaching out to another female. The ultrasound wasn't shown because he didn't want the females down here pregnant. She moved to the Cape the whole time. As soon as he achieved her losing the baby, he sent her back. And Anthony Smith, now say I'm lying, I can keep going with recordings. So from what I understand, during my interview with Shu and Shontae, Shu did admit that the other Shontae, his sister's friend, put a restraining order against him, and he claimed it was because he didn't want her. So Shontae's coming out on Facebook, and she's speaking allegedly her truth. Now to more off-screen drama. Zaria and her mother-in-law Karen. Okay, so Zaria and Troy have a new home. Congratulations to them. And Zaria thanks her fans. Her and Troy are doing these meet and greets, so she's just grateful for all the nice people she's met. Now, this is where it starts to get a little complicated. So you see here, Zaria is with her mother-in-law and her sister, and they're, twinning it. But a few days later, Karen, her mother-in-law, was on Facebook basically going off. Now, if that is one thing Miss Karen can do, Miss Karen could go off. If you guys didn't see my interview with her, I'll put that link in the description so you guys can check that out. She went off on that interview, and she went off on this Facebook Live. So from what I was able to watch and grasp in my mind, She's upset at Zaria again. I'm not sure why. Okay. And she was airing out all of this dirt that she has against Zaria. And the one thing that she put out there, which I was like, whoa. Allegedly, Zaria's stepfather, I'm not quite sure who she's referring to, used to, quote, lay in bed with her. So I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on? And then Zaria jumped into the comments, and as you could see there, she was threatening to beat Karen's ass. So it was lots and lots of drama. It was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? And I could just imagine Troy being stuck in the middle of all this. Teeny got herself a job. Last episode, we saw Teeny and Rob fight over money and the fact that she needs a job. Well, Teeny stepped up and got herself a job. And they all went out to celebrate Halloween, and they're looking like a really happy domesticated family. Key Rock and Brittany are doing their thing as usual. Kim and Joey, I had an interview with them the other night. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, please do. They give me the scoop about Tatum and the dad's dirt bike and all that other good stuff. So check out the interview if you haven't already. Bianca and Daniel are at a wedding this weekend. Okay. Bianca told me they were going to a friend's wedding. Mike and Justine. Oh. Before Mike and Justine, we have Hope and Arthur. Okay. I don't understand why Hope has a pumpkin on her head, but Arthur says new month, new blessings, new goals, new dreams. Stay prayed up and blessed everyone. Now we have Mike and Justine. Manhattan Barbie was Little Red Riding Hood for Halloween. Adorable. Now, did you realize that not only does Mike want to be a rapper, but so does Justine? Let me share this with you guys. So Justine apparently is a rapper now as well. Check this out.
Hello, my name is Pro, board member, advocate, founder, Create Digital Music. I base working with Mills and Juju off of their initial engagement with some youth music activities here in the city in Las Vegas, in conjunction with my guy, Rob Lacey, and then associate of ours, Niece. You know, she kind of got my ear and said, you know, Mills does music. And I was like, what? You know, we all knew them from the reality TV show. So I wasn't really astute to his skill set. So, you know, I did some digging, the team did some research, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, when I listened to the music, there's something, it wasn't about the analytics, it was more so understanding the structure, the business of the music creation, right? I could hear it in the songs, I could hear it in the melodies, I could hear it in the writing for the hooks, I could hear it in the storytelling, in the verses. Initially, I didn't even know Juju was interested in music at all. What happened is during our first meeting, Mills was like, let me play this for you too. I already knew where his music was, and I heard the potential, right? So I knew. I saw the business angle and the tie-ins with the reality TV show. Like, it made sense, especially on the independent level, right? You can leverage that. But he played this song with him and Juju, and I was like, who's that? And he's like, that's Juju. And I'm like, what? Like, her cadence, her vocal tone.
So yes, Justine is also a rapper, guys. Okay, Justine is also a rapper. I'm sure you guys didn't know that, but yes, she is. So Justine is in the studio living her rapper dreams as well. It looks like Mike's song is doing well for the first 28 days, over 10,000 views, streams for the first 28 days. But the one thing that I want to know, and I've already put my messages out there, because if this is true, This is really fucked up. Okay. So you guys remember Mocha, Mike's manager, the one that shot someone live during a YouTube interview? That guy, the one that is allegedly a romance scammer. Las Vegas News did a whole news report about him. Remember him? That guy. Well, he has been talking shit that he's going to be appearing on this season of Life After Lockup. I mean, he said last season he was going to appear, and he actually showed an old check and tried to, act like that he was going to be on the season with Mike, but he wasn't on last season. And I really hope he's not on this season. He posted this story to the gram today, and allegedly this is a text message from a Love After Lockup producer. And the one thing that I do know as a Love After Lockup blogger is that the producers fucking hate when you release their messages. If you don't believe me, just ask Deontay. He'll tell you. They fucking hate when you release their messages or put anything up that has to do with them. So if Mocha was going to appear on an episode, I think he just fucked it up royally by putting up this message. So, like I said, I have my messages out there, and I will confirm with you guys whether or not this is true. But my gut feeling, it's not. Mike, the other Mike, the one that was with Chelsea, he was in the hospital. I spoke with him today. He's home. Okay. He had pneumonia and emphysema, and he said it was really scary. He had to drive himself to the emergency room. He couldn't breathe, but he's home now, and he's taking care of himself, and I will be checking in with him later in the week. Don't come at Lindsay for having a messy house. Okay? Do not even try to come at her.
Crap behind you before you video. Okay, so that's my free roaming ferret. She comes out at night. So when I wake up first thing in the morning, I'm not gonna run over there and clean up her crap. Like, I don't care that much. Like, for the record, like, I'm gonna be real. My house is not a Pinterest board. Like, I'm a full-time mom. I'm full-time in school. I have full-time work. Like, I don't have time to make sure my house is spotless, and I'm not about to fake it for y'all over here on the internet. If you're looking for like perfectly staged homes and like Home and Garden magazine, like, there are plenty of other pages with people who have way more time or money to pay someone to do that, but I'm not about to fake it for y'all. So I don't have a spotless life. I don't have a spotless house. I have a 15-year-old who makes a mess. I make a mess. I have animals that make messes. And if you want to see the reality of my life, then stay tuned. If you don't, okay, bye. So yeah, welcome to the real world where my pets roam and the laundry isn't always done and the dishes aren't always clean. And we're happy if we don't have to pull Nike socks out of the dirty clothes basket.
So there you go. Do not come at Lindsay for having a not perfect house, because we all know life isn't perfect and our houses are not perfect. Unless you're one of those people that have a sparkly clean house that you could eat off the toilet floor. Nah, most of our houses aren't like that. So I'm totally with Lindsay here. So moving on. Haley has a hair dilemma. Okay, she now that she's not pregnant anymore, she realizes that she's not having that beautiful, healthy hair that you get during pregnancy, and that she fucked up her hair so many years with dyeing and treating it. So she decided to go back to half black and half brown. So this is Haley's hair right now. Moving on to Mandy and Maurice. Now, Mandy, we all know there's not a filter she doesn't like. Okay. She's out here supporting her Dodgers, celebrating Halloween. And speaking of celebrating Halloween, her daughter dressed up as a gangbanger. Oh, yes, she did. Mandy's little girl, what is she, 9, 10, dressed up as a gangbanger for Halloween. And she probably thought it was the coolest thing. Now, I've got yelled at for saying this word before, but you know something? I don't give a shit. This is ghetto ass bullshit, and it is beyond ghetto. Okay, so a 10-year-old girl dressed up as a gangbanger for Halloween. Here is Maurice. I am putting my feelers out there to find out what's going on with him and his condition. And speaking of children, we have an adorable Buzz Lightyear, Maurice's son with Jessica. Now, that is an age appropriate costume. Just saying. Dylan and Heather. Now, even though Dylan is on a house arrest with an ankle monitor, you know, he's living his best life. And Heather is still a hot mess express. Okay. Heather is, she visited her son on Halloween. She had some strange mask on. I'm surprised she didn't scare the little boy. So, yeah, that's pretty much Heather's world. Now, before I wrap up this edition of Word on the Street, here's some miscellaneous cast updates. We have Eris and Cam's daughter, Charlie, who was Snow White for Halloween. And in the picture on the right, I'm sorry, she looks just like Cam. We have Kayla being, I guess, a sexy, crazy doctor. We have Indy and her daughter, and Glorietta celebrating Halloween with the Addams family. Jonna's doggy, Penelope, is a mouse for Halloween. Duh. Lacey and Antoine's little girl celebrated Halloween. And Ty's adorable grandson was a lion. We have Garrett and his girl hanging out with Garrett's stepdaughter. We have Kevin in his truck and Joy and her adorable son Sway. If you haven't checked out my last recap, Red Flags and White Dresses, please do. And I just want to remind you guys, I have two major problems in life: difficulty sleeping and difficulty waking up. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button. Share my video with a friend or 10. And look out for my recap on Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. East Coast time. I'm going to be hanging out with Melissa. So make sure you catch that. Thank you so much for watching me. Bye, everybody.